Off screen, I went back, used the money that I earned from the couple of trainer battles, got a few more Pokeballs, and caught a few more things in Viridian Forest. I got Weedle, I got a Surskit, and I got an Oddish. I decided to hang on to the balls that I've got left, and just in case there's anything here that may pique my interest. It's obviously not going to be Clefairy, especially when it has Cute Charm. So I'm just going to go ahead and completely avoid that. There is what I believe is an escape rope here. Yep, that there is. No, don't want Clefairies. They seem to be a lot more common than I was expecting them to be. Whismer is not particularly interesting either. What do you do? Okay, I suppose, fossils are kind of interesting. Once again, you only have the choice of the one fossil, but you can find all the fossils in the wild in the one area of the game. It's not till later, but it exists. That's the point. I remember back in Red and Blue when Leech Life used to be super effective against my Ivysaur all the frickin' time, because they were a bit weird with all the tight matchups back then. I remember stuff like Leech Life was super effective against Ivysaur. Grass moves were not very effective against Gyarados. I remember that being a really freaking arsehole-ish thing. I think it was fixed for Pokemon Stadium, but it was really weird to just hit Gyarados with something, knowing it's a water type, and it's just like, yeah, sorry, that doesn't really do that much damage. And she's using a lot more, she's using a lot of grass types. This is the only one that's not weak to fire, so I'm just going to peck the shit out of it. Even though Doduo is kind of being a bit of a show-off with his level progression at the moment. I also did a little bit of grinding to get Staryu up to scratch with the rest of the team. Okay, so I thought that there was like a ladder here somewhere. Oh wait, no, I missed it. It's back here. If we can stop running into stupid Whismers, because I can't get freaking repels at this point. Paris is somewhat interesting, but nah. I already used a Paris in an earlier playthrough. Numble is kind of cool. I might as well kill it because it's easy experience, but I used one of those in Sapphire. This is where you'll find all the fire types. Aron... I've not actually used Aron for a while. Do I want an Aron? I'm not sure. I've not used it for a while, and it's kind of interesting. Well, I might as well catch it since it is a male. Hopefully, assuming that our headbutt doesn't kill me. Yeah, Aron I think has a bit of an arsehole-ish catch rate, so I'm gonna save state here and see how that turns out. Okay, sweet. I got it. There's some other stuff in here as well, like Larvitar, as I stated earlier. Not using Larvitar because I'm using one in Pokemon Black. Bagon, I believe I am using a Bagon in Y. I'm doing a mono flying run of that game. I have not actually touched it in quite a while, but Bagon will not be something that I'm interested in using in this playthrough at the very least. I'm not going to be using any of the pseudo-legendaries. Just because I've used them in other somewhat recent playthroughs. Slugma I'm using in Black as well, so I'm not going to be using him either. I suppose it's just easy experience. And there is the first Rocket Grunt. I would like to actually grab the Star Piece. Thank you. I will be selling that as soon as I get the opportunity. I'm actually tempted to cut the segment at some point, sell the Star Piece, and just get a whole bunch of Pokeballs off of it. Because then I could be able to just go back and catch all the stuff that I missed over the last few routes, just with the money that I generate from that Star Piece. I might as well at least get rid of this Rocket Grunt. And he leads to the Sandshrew, so I'm going to drown you. And his next Pokemon is a Poochyena, which I would like to beat the shit out of, and I'd like to test Aron out actually, but Aron's a little bit worse for wear at the moment. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of this Rocket Grunt, and then I will off-screen and take care of all that stuff. Frickin' Sand Attack. Why is it that I just, for some reason, start missing as soon as I'm hit by one Sand Attack? Usually it takes like 2 or 3 before I actually start missing on a regular basis. I also like how, I get hit with one Sand Attack. I miss like 3 times in a row. I later get hit with 2 more Sand Attacks. and for some reason I just have 100% hit ratio. So stupid. For some reason that's reminded me of back in Red and Blue as well, another problem, where Focus Synergy did the polar opposite of what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to increase your crit ratio. Instead, there's the Soul Rock. I have not found a Lunatone, actually. I think that was the polar opposite to what Jish was happening to Jish. He kept finding Lunatones but couldn't find Soul Rock. I think that was the case. It's been a while. It's been a long enough while since I've watched the LP. But I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. I'm just sort of making chit-chat. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I said earlier. And so cutting until I've expended all of my expenses. And thus concludes this session of off-screen catching time. I actually went and caught another Aron. The reason being this one here actually had Sturdy, and I decided that if I was going to use an Aron on my team, I wanted to have one with Rockhead. I tell you what, you're lucky that you're actually seeing this Aron on my team, not this one, but the other one, because I decided it shouldn't be that difficult to find one with Rockhead, right? Apparently the game decided to make that a reality by continually giving me nothing but ones with Sturdy. I actually found a female one which had Rockhead, but I decided I wanted a male one because I actually had a name. I sort of had a name planned out for a male one, and I had no idea what to name the female one because I wasn't going to call it Joan. I was kind of already taken. So at this point, I'm not even sure what else I have to say on the matter because, goddamn, the thing it just would not frickin' show up. And then there was just the cases where I would just run into nothing but Slugmas or Nummels, and it was just pissing me off to no end. So that's pretty much my story of the really frickin' annoying Aron. Thankfully, it is now snaffled up and ready for me to catch and be all like, yay, and I am completely slewing my words up here. Point is, it's at least temporary member of my team, because it's actually got a relatively good moveset, which I don't think I've actually shown off yet. Whereabouts is it? I'm going to go back to heal. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, not too bad with the exception of Hard, and I'd like for it to have had a rock-type move, which, now that I think about it, one of the ones that I caught earlier but I threw away, I actually didn't waste any Pokeballs. Like, I caught one, I save stated before I would catch one, then I'd catch it and go back to the Pokemon Center and see whether or not it had the ability I wanted, and if it didn't, I would just reload the save state and run away. One of the ones that I caught had a... God damn it! I just frickin' healed that thing! That is some grade A horse shit right there. I would just throw this out, but then I'd have to frickin' go and catch the frickin' Aron again. I think I save stated right before I caught it, but still, jeez. You don't just kill my Bellsprout immediately after I heal it. That pisses me off. Oh well, I'm just frickin' filibustering here for no adequately explored reason. With my additional haul of Pokeballs, I can choose to catch some stuff here. I'm just going to go ahead and do that off screen. There's no point in me doing it here unless there's something really interesting like a shiny. But, you know, shinies, I mean, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and continue on our expedition down here. I believe there is a hidden item in that rock, but I think I have to go and battle I think I have to battle the grunt first. Let's give Aron a spin. I decided to give it to Rockhead just so that I could have the freedom to give it stuff like Takedown if I wanted to do so. I think it would only be primarily for Double Edge, because Headbutt I think does... Like, it's not as powerful, but it's more accurate, and I think I'd like the accuracy more than the power in this situation. Mudslap kind of useless, but at least it's actually doing a considerable number on his Ekans. Every time I say Ekans, I have to pronounce it like that. And we have an Ether. That's kind of useless. And what was the other thing I picked up? It was a Thief TM. And here we have a Chime Echo, which I'm going to go ahead and do precisely dick worth of damage to. And attempt to catch, because these are relatively rare. I'm not too sure if this thing has a psychic move. I'm hoping that it doesn't. Put it to sleep. I didn't spend all of my money on Pokeballs. I did get an extra potion or two, so that I've got a few to hold on to. And Chimecho, you need to go into the ball. Yeah. I hate... in this situation where I have hardly any money to spend on Pokeballs, I hate when Pokemon just break out of balls like that. It'll be more... It'll be a lot easier once I actually get a money buffer up, but I would actually have to have Zigzagoon find nuggets for that to happen, and this thing's being an asshole and not finding anything. So, yeah, wish me luck with the nugget hunting. Alright, what the hell do? You do things that a Josh would normally do, like, be silly and make ridiculously dumb references that make little to no sense. But they are, at least they're relevant, and they actually they actually are interesting things. It is thanks to Jish that I take interest now in stuff like Spoonie, Nostalgia Critic, AVGN. It was actually Jish that got me into the Metroid series as well by watching his Prime LP. And Moonstone over there, and yeah. Trainers don't usually walk around across the floor, they usually just stay there and sort of turn in arbitrary directions according to what the RNG does. The RNG hates me. I already have enough of evidence of this by the fact that it refused to give me a Rockhead Aron. Speaking of Aron, I could do a mirror match here, but no, just don't really feel like it. Larvitar, yeah, whatever. I've got Metal Claw, we'll just kick its ass. And a critical, which I don't think was necessary, and a pointless attack rise since that was his last Pokemon. Lovely. Now, I believe the next trainer we have to fight is a Rocket Grunt, who used to have an OP Raticate, but now everything here is OP, so it's not quite as drastic. I will have Aron fight it, though, just because it's the only thing that can resist any of the shenanigans that it can do, unless it's got, like, Pursuit. Which, it wouldn't surprise me if this thing did in fact have Pursuit. Tackle's not going to do anything. Quick Attack's not going to do anything, and the critical hit's very nice to have. Okay. Clefairies. What's the bet when I go to find the hidden Moonstone up here that I get a Clefairy? And there's a Lunatone. This thing's been a bit of an arsehole to find, so I will attempt to capture this thing. It's got Confusion, which is going to be rather annoying if it decides to use it against Bellsprout. Okay, got it. So that's the Lunatone. I'll come back and grab Solrock, I suppose, a little bit later. I might spend the rest of this money and try to catch as much of the stuff in Mount Moon as I possibly can. Run away from it, which I can't do. Run away from it, can't do it. Run away from it, can't do it. Run away from it. Thank you. I will actually go ahead and heal before I fight this Rocket Grunt. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I might as well lead with it. Gulpin! This thing is kind of dumb. It is not. It's not a relatively bad Pokemon though. I used it in Sapphire and it worked. It is what it is. It did its job relatively well. I was quite happy with it. Iron Defense. Why not? It's better than Harden. It's a 2-point boost compared to the 1-point boost. Dunsparce. I'm going to send out Bellsprout because it's one ugly face against another. Let's set up a growth and hit it with a Vine Whip and then go to sleep because your yawning is really annoying here. Oh shit, Rage. Oh crap. Snooze. Snooze. Fucking go to sleep. Bit late for that now because I'm going to go to sleep as well, and he's going to wake up before me, I betcha. Come on, wake up before me. You know you want to. Yeah, I told ya. And it killed me. You win the battle of the derpy faces this time. Oh, for God's sake. Let's switch over to Aron so Growlithe doesn't go to sleep. This thing will die from residual damage anyway, so it's not like I care. Okay, now, Hidden Moonstone is over here. Instead I get a Solrock, not really interested in that. Moonstone. No, no Clefairy for me. Okay. Now, you've probably got poison types. So iron is a good idea for this. Yeah, there's the fossils up there. It doesn't really matter which one I pick, because I'm going to get the both of them anyway. Well, when it becomes relevant. I'd rather he didn't use disable on my mud slap, and I'd rather actually kill this thing with something else other than that. Because electric. Sweet, that works. Bam. And no static. Okay, coughing. Might as well send Growlithe in. Stupid poison gas. Poison gas is like I got a 50-50 chance, and yet it never misses me. It's freaking. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. Yeah, no being greedy. Whatever. I'm gonna get both of them anyway. So let me go ahead and use this antidote. I usually go for the dome fossil, so I might as well just go for that for the hell of it. And with that, hang on. Once I get this item, I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some more Pokeballs off screen, try to catch as much of the stuff as I can in here, and starting next week, we'll be on our way down to Cerulean City. So, see you for that.